Back on the KO Boxing Show with Olympic legend Cathy Freeman. Cathy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now you've been studying for the past 12 months.
Yeah.
Sports psychology. Now, how important is it to set your mind right to achieve optimum level of performance?
They say that performance is 70% mental, 30% physical, and it's true. Yeah, I think it's true.
You really believe that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, where does it start? When do you start preparing yourself? Because the benefits of peaking too early or peaking too late or overtraining, I mean, how do you do it? How do you get about that?
Well, I think it's basic tips, so like thinking positively, mental rehearsal, like visualization. Aside, yeah, I mean, I think those two things are really important: positive thinking and mental rehearsal.
Okay, well let's go through an athlete's mind, any type of athlete, because boxing and athletics are pretty similar because you've got your big support staff leading up to the event, but when you're actually out on a track or you're in a boxing ring, you're on your own.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'd say that the 5 minutes before you're just about to go into the arena or into a boxing ring, whatever way you want to look at it, what would you tell a person that was just about to perform?
A person who's just about to perform has already performed before they've actually performed. And I know we've had these we've had a lot of discussions about this, haven't we? So,
yeah.
I think it gets to a point where this is where the mental rehearsal comes in and the visualization comes in. When you've done it so many times in your head, or even in training, and it becomes such a huge part of your preparation, it's already done, so that your body's just going through the motions just in those moments before, during, and even after to a point. So
how much energy can you burn if someone's not there to encourage you and calm you down and keep you focused to what you have to do?
Oh, you can definitely get overstimulated, over-aroused, because mental energy, it's more draining, you know. You get more drained from worrying, being anxious, and all your energy does easily get zapped from you, I think, when you worry too much and when you're filling your mind with negative thoughts or wasting time, you know.
So if you're looking after an athlete, what would you tell? I mean, keep it simple, obviously. That's the most important thing with 5 minutes out, because they obviously know what they're going to do.
They should. People should know what they're about to do if they're determined enough, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over other aspects of competing, like diet, mental focus, and just key ingredients of peaking at the right time. Would your diet change a week out before a major race compared to 6 or 7 weeks out?
I don't think it should change. I mean, I've only got my own frame of reference and my own experiences. I mean, everybody's individual and everyone's got different approaches, not just in the week or moments before competition, but even in the months or even in the years before people choose to peak. I mean, you know, my career went for 10 years and I peaked every 4 years, really. In my sport, the Olympics come around every 4 years, so it is a balancing act, and I was really fortunate that my core support team were very good at what they did and knew exactly what they were doing and knew exactly how to manage me. You know, my body physically, you know, my mind, my emotions. They knew which little tricks to play on me. So obviously it's a team effort. You've got to mix a little bit of science in with what you're doing, I think, as well as being instinctual and following through on your own intuition, as well as, you know, communication in a good team is really essential as well.
Okay, we watched the Commonwealth Games, and gee, didn't we do well? What was it, 80-odd gold medals? Was there anyone in that track and field team you'd like to coach where you think it doesn't have to be a winner or a loser, but someone you think you can help?
Well, I like to think, God, that's a good question. Someone who I'd like to coach, that is a really, I think, I can't put out a name. I can't think of any one individual.
Doesn't have to be Australian. Any out of all the Commonwealth Game team.
I'd really appreciate it if The ones who claim to want to be the best.
Asafa, would you like to coach Asafa?
Asafa Powell.
Yeah, go straight to the top.
Oh yeah.
What would you tell Asafa? Because he did fold a little in the 2004
Tell me
Olympic
more.
Games. He made the final and ran the quickest time and then ran fourth. What happened? Obviously the pressure. I mean, even when I was watching that race, with about the first 40 metres when the other fellow, the English fellow, put a bit of pressure on him, I saw his sort of eyes and mind wander a bit, but then when he kicked away, he knew he had it and he relaxed. I don't know what he's like under extreme pressure when they're hammer and tong with. He had 2 or 3 other guys next to him that can break 10 seconds. It works on your mind, doesn't it?
It works on your mind.
No,
the
you're
pressure.
in a hot field.
Yeah, of
And
course
you can't
it does.
miss the start, you can't do. But in that field he was in, he could basically win that on jogging like.